Okay, can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? I hope so. This kind of hasn't gone to plan, but we'll see. Nice one. This keyboard's bust. Right, how long have I been streaming for? Three minutes, okay. Oh yeah, that's why I was crunching that up. You kept trying to talk in the search channel bar. Never mind, you'll be fine. I saw you gave me a comment earlier, mate, but I didn't. I haven't checked what you typed. Share on Facebook. Song's finished. There we go. So, did that actually go on Facebook? Yep. Right, I'm just thinking what to do. So, can you hear me alright, Zarjin? Now, I need to start getting some skills. Cool. So, right. So. Unhide my skills. Aha. Where's my speakers? By the way, is the music too loud? I'll turn it down just a bit. Do not meet the requirements. My accent, you can't really do much on. Okay, so I know rapid firing is good, motion prediction is good, a medium hybrid turret. So I guess let's move this keyboard up a bit so I'm not struggling to see what I'm typing. Medium hybrid turret. Control bursts. Okay, hold on. I'll get medium hybrid anyway. $90,000 ISK, 5 jumps. Put that there a second. That's actually quite cheap. And then controlled bursts. So they're both in the same place. Oh, is the mic too loud? Okay. Okay, let me know if that's good, AT Lion. So what do I want? Weapon... Yeah, but if I go to Bjorn's... Hold on, well Bjorn's it's the same price. So let's just search for... Raids again. Yeah. Then again, I have got 60 million ISK, so really it's not a biggie, is it? Let's go. Oh, you can right click on them, that's nice to know. Thanks for letting me know. Now I need to work out, that's my destination, right?
Check this out. Check this out.
Awesome music is awesome. Layout mouse, I need a mouse. No, it's a subscription-based game, but if you get really good at the game, you can buy stuff in game to get them. Can you hear me now? I'm going to be able to hear you, I assume you can hear me. Can I do... Can I set it for... whatchamacallit? Not so it's not push to talk. Hold on, where am I? Where's Bjorn's?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Testing, 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 testing. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? It seems to be I need to set a button to work, so I've put the middle mouse button.
Beat time.
Can you hear me alright in the
Oh, is
game?
that ever loud?
Beat time. Beat time.
I gotta figure out how to turn the volume down. That's loud, man. Coming from you to me, the Eve voice audio was really loud. Maybe turn down your input volume.
Yeah, I've done that. Is that any good? Is that better?
Turn it down up to about 15.
1 sec. How's that? How's that? Is that okay?
Yeah, try that.
Cool. There we go.
I just
Testing.
don't want it to be louder than your stream.
1 second. I think I can fix that a bit more.
See, I can hear you through the stream, but
Here we go again.
For some reason,
like your audio input, right? Try to reply through the stream, and I'll just answer you on the voice chat.
okay, sounds good. For some reason, I've turned down. Well, if I move the mic away, is that better? Because I had the mic really underneath me. Then again, I can turn the microphone down.
Because I hear you twice if you talk on the voice chat. I hear you from your stream, and I can hear you on the voice chat as well. It's like an echo, and your stream is a lot quieter than the voice chat.
Okay, 1 second. So I can fix that all on the fly. 1 second there.
No, you don't have to change anything. Just don't talk on the voice chat. I'll listen to your stream, so I can hear the game sounds too.
Okay, sure. I was just thinking that if I have it so you can hear me in the voice chat, it's less delay for you.
I'm kind of used to it. I I play along with live streamers all the time.
Okay, from now on I'll just talk in the stream.
Yeah, and then anybody that's watching will be confused a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense, that's decent. For some reason I need to try and fix your audio because you've gone quiet for me. There's not a second option, is there? No. Did you turn your microphone down? It's alright, because the music drains you out a little bit.
Headset audio for my audio output.
So say that again. I think we're alright now, but looks of it, I'm just docking up in Bjorn's.
Well, greetings to your viewers. I'm Zorton. I'm kind of tagging along here, it seems, with Delane.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome to tag along as long as you want. Why are these levels so low? Then again, if I turn up.
Oh, there's nothing to watch on TV tonight anyways. So why not?
Might as well if you can. Just testing chat once more. I'm eager to see if I can get it to work without being too loud for you.
I switched my audio output so it doesn't come across my desktop speakers. So you're all on my headset now. So it's not too loud.
Oh, cool.
Didn't want to hear you twice. I don't know whether it affects your stream or not.
It shouldn't do because I think the music should drain out any kind of echo. So as long as I can make you out, it's all good. But when you were talking earlier, there was no problems at all.
No, the thing is I'm confused because I can hear you twice every time you say something.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm with you now.
My headset and then from the stream, so.
Now I
sure
understand.
Anybody else maybe listening may be confused, but I don't know if they can hear that as well.
They can hear you, I think. They would be able to because it all comes through the same channel speakers. Right click, so what do I need to get? Controlled bursts. You meet the requirements. View market details. I'm just going to get used to the delay, that's all. I'm used to streaming with the delay, it's just when it comes to having a conversation.
Restart my browser so it doesn't.
It's all good.
You're right back.
Okie dokie.
I gotta restart my browser. I switched my audio output, but it seems that didn't change for some mysterious reason. But that's Flash for you.
Are you using Chrome by any chance?
No, Firefox.
Ah, because Chrome has a bug. If you change your output, it will do that. That's weird.
It doesn't usually happen to Firefox with Flash Player, but I don't know, maybe just because it's live or something.
Yeah, I think.
And I'm using this voice chat as well, so who knows?
Yeah, I think Flash has been a bit buggy of late anyway, so it's not much your computer, it's flashing. Whatever they've done in recent updates, they've kind of broke it. Right, so I'm going to buy this.
Oh, I see what's going on here. I haven't set this up properly.
Aha.
Output.
So just let me know if you prefer me to talk through the game. Is AT still there?
I'm hearing all kinds of crazy over here because my audio is not set up properly for doing this.
Take your time, it's all good.
I think I was hearing you 3 times. Once from the voice chat, once from your stream, and I don't know. Anyways, getting it sorted out.
Oh, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like chaos. Just let me know when you've got the stream back up so you're not confused.
No, I'm watching.
Cool.
I just muted it there.
Now I need to find the item I just purchased. I forget. Chat, inventory, ship hanger. No, item hanger.
Okay, so here I got it set up. I got it set up on my end, but don't reply over the voice chat. Just say over your stream.
Okay.
Like, don't use your push to talk key.
Okay, sounds good.
Or I'll hear you twice.
No worries.
I was getting the echo because my mic was picking up my desktop speakers, and it was going over to your end as well.
Yeah, that sounds a bit
It
annoying.
was like feedback, kind of, I guess.
Sketched out? What do you mean, AT? I'm confused. Controlled burst is 15 minutes away from completion.
So, anyways, all of the technical mumbo jumbo aside, getting this set up so that I don't annoy everybody to bits. I'm
The mumbo jumbo is good.
I've been playing Eve for about 4.5 years. I started in June of 2008.
That's cool. When did I start playing my main MMO? I think it's about same time. That was Latro, Lord of the Rings Online.
And
This is the first
this game
sci-fi
has
thing.
grown into a completely different animal in 4.5 years.
It definitely looks like it. Oh, what was the skills? Controlled burst and weapon upgrades, weren't it?
A lot of the base game mechanics are similar, but they've changed and added lots and lots of little details that have added lots of polish.
But has all the polish been well received? You know, sometimes they make change. People make changes to games, and more time is for the worst.
Not all of it, no. They're
I remember the big rift that was about the whatchamacallit. Was it the AUR or something where they protested on the main space?
about a year ago. Yeah, there was a huge player revolt.
They lost a lot of subscribers as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I was one of them. I quit for 6 months.
Must have been bad. So what exactly was it? I know that they didn't agree what was going on, but I never really heard the full gist of it. I heard about it because I was following Twitch this time last year, but I never really understood it completely.
I guess the long story short, behind that player revolt was that CCP added an in-game store called the Next Store. And the Next Store added clothing, like for your avatars and stuff. But in addition to the stuff for the avatars, some plans leaked. Oops.
You okay? Where's my inventory gone? I always forget these.
Yeah, plans. Oh, here my game crashed.
Ooh.
Maybe you can still hear me. Oh, there, I got it back. Okay. So yeah, anyways, plans leaked from inside the game developer that were signed by the president of CCP that stated that they wanted to introduce like a cash shop to the game to sell like ships and ammo and stuff, like make it totally pay to win.
Yeah, I see right away where you're going with this. I definitely can see how people would be a bit ticked off that they've got to pay a sub, then they've got to pay for that. Because I think, what game does it? I know some games, Star Trek Online did that. Was it Star Trek Online? Some MMO, it still does it to this day. They charge you a sub, then you can buy stuff. It might be the Secret World actually. That's overkill. So I've got weapon upgrades, I've got controlled bursts.
The Next Store is actually still in the game, but you're only able to buy cosmetic items there.
Well, cosmetics are okay. That's that's nice. It's, as long as they don't make it pay to win. But how bad was it going to be? What kind of pay? Was it just going to be ships, or could you actually get
that was bad.
Extra money
In
income?
a way, Eve has always arguably been pay to win.
Yeah.
And the primary reason behind that is because of the way that the Plex system works. But that balances itself out because...
Well, you've got that balance, haven't you, I guess?
Of the game mechanics, I guess.
What am I going to do now? So I've got those 2 upgrades. Are there any other upgrades that I should
I
consider
wonder if
getting?
this delay is a little bit too much.
Yeah, it is a bit of a struggle. I mean, if you want to consider, if you have the stream up and just mute the audio, it doesn't affect anything. I think you can just still at least see the gameplay, and then that way we can just talk normally. That's what I was thinking originally we could do.
If you've got Ventrilo, I got a Vent server.
I can install Vent. Where is it? Download. Come on, install. Where's my installer? Yes, please. Oh, no. Accept. Next. I prefer TeamSpeak to Vent, really. I used to live by Ventrilo, but I'd rather TeamSpeak. But it's all good either way. Just got to get it set up, that's all. No, I don't think there's a tutorial. Username. No. Delane.
I
Okay.
wonder how I can give you the Vent server address.
What I'll do, I will. If you want to,
Maybe I'll email it to you.
if you want to send me it real quick, and what I'll do, I've got the screen off the game off the screen, and then just send it me, and then I'll fill the chat up so it's hidden from view. How do you have 4.5 people watch a stream? I don't understand that. 4.5 people? Did I cut someone in half or something? One.
Okay, there we go. Go down to the Star Wars channel or whatever it is.
There we go. Ah. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yep, working. Okay, so this is so you can hear me. Try and hear you over the stream. We'll see if there's less delay. If there's not, I'll just mute your stream.
Okay,
And
cool.
that's all good.
Sounds good to me.
I like the music, but I could do without it if it must be done.
Is that why you? If you want the music, I can give you the link for it. I'm just, yeah, I've got the link for the music. Right, there we go. Let's see if my camera will work without lagging. Oops.
Okay, and we're back.
Welcome back.
Just sorting out some technical difficulties and trying to get everything set up here.
Loads of technical difficulties.
So yeah, other skills that you wanted to train. Let's have a look. You've got your skill sheet. We unhid your skills.
Eventually.
Like you were searching for one. Yeah. You found the weapon upgrades. That's cool. So weapon upgrades. That one is a really good skill. I think that one allows you to use weapon upgrade modules. Like mag stabs, heat sinks, you know, like anything that increases your damage of your turrets. But one advantage that skill also has is it lowers the fitting requirements of your turrets, like the guns or whatever you want to call them that fit on your ship. And getting that to level 5 will allow you to train advanced weapon upgrades, which is the next one up in the row from that. Eventually getting that, both of them to level 5, you can fit ships with such like high damage and fitting requirements, like down into the decimals for the power grid and CPU usage.
Okay, so what have I got here at the moment? I've got control burst. So what did you say? I should look to get advanced weapon upgrades as well.
Well, you can't train that one just yet. I guess in a nutshell, the way that the skill training system in EVE works is it's based off of prerequisites.
I'm with you on that bit.
Right, every skill is has a prerequisite to another one. If you close your training queue and then just focus on your character sheet just for a sec, like
Yes.
the reason behind that, of course, is that your training queue only shows skill books that you're eligible to train, right? And that you also have books for purchased and have injected. And by injected, that means that you've right-clicked on the book after you bought it from the store or the market and added it to your character's skill sheet.
Okay, I'm with you on that bit. I'll see it, yeah. And then I've got the ones that aren't purchased. It's like the only one I've maxed out is Gunnery. Hi Spacey, and yeah, I am new to it, but I've got Zorton who's patiently helping me. And I appreciate you taking the time. I know you've had a long day, haven't you? You still there?
Yeah, it's been a little bit long, but oh well, I've got nothing else to do, and I like helping rookies in this game for some reason. It seems to attract me, and live streamers at that. It's entertaining, so I get my entertainment out of it, and you know,
You got to get your pleasure out of some things.
Yeah, exactly. The community in this game is really what makes it entertaining and fun. You can do common things with other people in a game, despite what the game is, and you can certainly do that with EVE. Or you can make bitter enemies. It's a sandbox game, but it doesn't have to be the big bad evil demon that it has a reputation for being. You can get eaten alive in this game and lose your shorts, go from
Yeah.
like from riches to rags in no time at all, or vice versa, really.
Well, you've only got to look at that one guy who.
There's people that have played EVE that have really made like a real life fortune playing the game, just for doing it. But they didn't play by the game rules, I guess you could say.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the beauty of it. There are no rules, are there, really?
Clever use of game mechanics. It definitely had them making some money outside the game. But we'll get into too many details about that because I don't have the link for the blog post about it anymore. I've been looking for it for 2 years, and I don't remember where it was. But yeah, some guy paid for a brand new car and like a house or something off of EVE.
Oh my god. But that just shows the power of the game.
It's like RMT. Exactly. RMTing. Whole other subject.
Yes, I kind of got involved in that. I was a buyer. I was just a consumer in the one game, and never again I got caught. So that was the end of it. They took all my money away from me and all the things that I bought, because they were able to see exactly what I bought with the money that I somehow got so quickly. So I won't be doing that again in a hurry. So really, do you think I should consider?
So you got.
Carry on.
You got your. Looks like you got your armor upgrades done, or mechanics or something. Was it you were working on? I think.
Mechanics. I did something in there quite high. Yeah, my repair systems is maximised. Hull upgrades is level 4 right now. Mechanics are level 4 right now. So I've got some good defense on the looks of things.
I'm gonna give you a link for a character. This guy actually he plays every day in EVE, and in my non-player corporation, or guild, or whatever you want to call it for people that are unfamiliar with Eve. Guilds and groups of people are called corporations in Eve, because of the way that the game is set up. It's I guess the backstory behind it is Eve is a game that was founded on hyper-capitalism and, you know, bloodthirsty, you know, domination of everybody by making the most profit, being the biggest empire sort of thing. So corporations. And in my corporation, this gentleman is, I guess, somebody that takes pleasure in helping others. He has a bio that lists, and a lot of people on Eve actually do this as well to help other new players. They'll use their bio, like, to list useful information for other people.
I think I remember doing that myself. I think it might have been you linked me to that.
Some people use their bio for, you know, really amusing stuff. I know some other people that have quoted famous works of literature to try and make a creative character for, you know, like role-playing reasons or what have you. So it's sandbox, and really,
and then some people,
the limit, man.
I guess some people will use it to brag about how much they've causing damage and stuff like that, I guess. I'd be like that. Like, I killed someone for 25 big units.
To you already.
Yeah, I think I'm sure it was you, because I have this here. Because I know mechanics, but I was told you've got to do it in a certain order.
I've been helping a couple people this week. Two other live streamers from Twitch that kind of just started streaming Eve out of the blue. One of them, and Boana, who's also got a YouTube channel. Widely known for his exploits with Minecraft. Had started streaming Eve, I think it was about 6 months ago or something, and then he just quit. And you know, I was helping him when he started out. Saw he was playing again. Figured, well, I'll help him. So hopefully, forgive me if I get my my T's and my I's crossed.
It's so good.
Who I told what. Yeah. But mostly the same relevant information between all of you guys.
To me, it's all good either way. It all helps out towards getting good.
So, like I was saying about the skills and even prerequisites, those skills that are listed in Hell's bio are predominantly the base prerequisite for every advanced skill that you will need.
Okay.
Getting those up, you know, those are, I guess, the most immediate concerns, especially energy management. When you're fighting in your big bad spaceship, you know, it's got an Energizer bunny, and you don't have energy management, you can't feed that bunny, it's going to get tired and you're going to get blown up.
That makes sense. Oh, I can actually train that now. So if I look in the station, what's the cheapest one? Oh, I can get it here cheap, 153,000.
Yeah, the market as well too is a real free-for-all depending on which items that you're looking for. Several items in the game are known as seeded items, or called seeded items, like skill books. But you can still be taken advantage of in this game very easily if you're not careful or you're not watching what you're doing. People will list items to buy, like let's say that you buy 2 skill books at 500,000 or whatever the book costs, and you accidentally, you know, purchased the second one and didn't realize it, right, by some misclick or mistake. Now people can list buy orders in those stations that you buy your items from. Well, you want to get your 500,000 back, and somebody put a buy order in that station for that item for 150,000, and you click sell, right? You get 150,000.
You've lost the 350,000 you should have. That's crazy. But then again,
and that's you know, creative use of game mechanics, and the way that it's designed is to really keep you on your toes and keep you engaged in the game. And if you let your guard down, this game will eat you alive.
Yeah. Oh,
But that's all the fun in it too.
I'll be watching out for that stuff. So I've got energy management to level 3. What else did he recommend?
Now there's a couple skills that aren't in his bio that I would also work on. You know, when I started my first character, one of the things that I did, and probably along the same path that a lot of other people did or are doing, and it is similar to what you're doing as well, is to have an income first, and that's mining. It's pretty much the base of all of the manufacturing in EVE. Like, to make an item, you need minerals. You get those from asteroids. You need mining skills, mining ship, and that's always a really good fallback income. Even if you have combat skills, battleships, when you start progressing through the first year, you'll really only have like one of each ship, and as the difficulty increases, let's say that you lose a ship, like a battleship, and that's your flagship, flagship money, or you got to replace that. And if you have no mining skills, you got to go back down to the lower difficulty, and that can be a really long grind to crawl out of. So,
but if you have
quite a lot of income through pretty quickly with mining. So having a second option in this game too is a good idea.
So as long as you've got that income going up.
Eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I was thinking about going into mining a bit, just like you say, to at least give yourself a backup plan. Like you said, I guess.
Yeah, you can lose ships really easily in combat. I almost lost, I think it's about 160 million ISK battleship earlier this week. I think it was last week, because of, the changes, like getting my UI set up the way that I'm accustomed to doing like high difficulty missions. And it wasn't set up in that manner. It actually made it very hard to deal with keeping up to the pace of the mission that I was working with. So, you get yourself into a situation like that. I got lucky though, because I got out with 30% structure remaining on a battleship that costs over 160 million. Yeah. So it was close, but I timed it just right. It could have been a little bit worse, but
it could always be worse though.
I've escaped by, how could you say it? The skin of your teeth with a billion like tier 2 battleship on a couple occasions.
Ouch.
Just for not being up to what the task entailed.
Well, that's where all the planning and plotting and patience comes in, I guess. You have to really know.
Exactly.
I'd be ready for every angle. Alright, so I've got weapon upgrades. What was the name of the skill you mentioned again? I should look up to.
Okay, weapon upgrades. Try to do weapon upgrades up to like level 3 or 4. Try for like 2 levels of each, like just to get a whole bunch of skills going at first, and then as that progresses in, like as you get more skills closer to like level 3, you'll be able to add longer queues without having to babysit your skill queue as much.
Oh, okay.
Like I've been training some new skills that were added with the last expansion on all of my guys, and they affect the signal strength on your ships, like gravimetric signal amplification or something or other it's called. It's in electronics, and those are all new. And it's got to do with defense against target jamming from enemies, and that's always been a real sore point for mission runners or people that play EVE, is that the mechanics whereby a ship would be able to restrict you from targeting something, there was no defense against that, but now there is. They've added that into the game in about the last year or so.
I like how they add it in later
So
after this.
It's kind of weird that they did that, but I guess they thought that they had the adequate, you know, counter mechanic for that, which was, you know, like holding your finger in the wind and hoping that, you know, you didn't fall off, freeze, or you were, you know, kind of stuck there flapping in the breeze for too long while you couldn't target anything and you're being killed.
Alright. So I've got upgrades twice, system operation twice, energy grid upgrades twice, management twice, so they should at least be level 2 in 6 hours.
Yeah, go for level 2 for all of these early ones right away. More important ones, level 3, even if they don't occupy too much time. Like you can get to a level 3 skill. Like these ones, you can see where it's got 2x next to the skill name. That means that you can probably squeeze in level 3 in there as well. But like higher difficulty skills will have a higher training multiplier, and that's what that number means. The lower the multiplier, the more you can fit in. But if you got like a, let's say capital ships is a skill that's got a 12x multiplier. Well, the third level on that skill is going to cost you 6 days. Ooh. Instead of like, you know, 2 hours. So it really varies depending on the implants that you have and that multiplier of the skill that you're training. But yeah, definitely like energy management. And what's the other one there? It was energy systems operation.
Yeah, I've just done that one now.
Those two are definitely very important. I've seen other streamers or people that were like rookies that hadn't trained those, and what they run into is that, you know, their ship can't warp anywhere. It's like a limp stick, you know. They got guns on it, but they're firing and they run out of energy.
They're like, oh no, I can't get out.
Your armor rechargers, your shield booster basically just, you know, gobbles up all your energy like a gigantic vacuum cleaner. And you're like, oh my god, I'm dead, what happened? Well,
yeah, so. That's why I'm just trying to take it slow. And I guess you can't be too careful. And
you'll definitely get a good start from those. Like the weapon upgrades and the energy weapon upgrades is probably secondary to energy grid upgrades, but definitely fitting your ship so you can adequately deal with a mission is a help as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of contemplating
energy grid upgrades.
Sorry? Okay.
Energy grid upgrades at like level 2 will let you use capacitor rechargers that will recharge your ship's power.
Grid upgrades. I'll move that up there. I'll take out weapon upgrades too for the moment, just to speed it up. Just so I've got 3 hours in case I want to learn more skills.
Apparently, I think I overheard you say that you already had, what was it? You already had hull upgrades at level 4, and that's really good. That's a good head start. That allows you to use, I think, some of the stronger armor modules.
Which one did you say I had?
For like resistances 4. And whatnot.
Hull upgrades, yeah, level 4.
But
I've got hull
as far
upgrades.
as other books that you'd want to buy, like in mechanics, the compensation skills for armor are really important. Those ones will definitely be big help. Like EM armor compensation, you know, kinetic and thermic. Jury rigging, that one you want to get as well. And what jury rigging will do is let you use rigs on your ship to augment like recharging your capacitor, which is very common, so that your ship has enough energy regeneration to keep you in the battle.
Okay, so I'll get that. I'll get jury rigging first. Buy that. Inventory.
Once you get jury rigging level 1, put that one really early in your skill training. That'll open up, I think it's about 20 other skills.
Nice. Well, let's do that now. Add to front of queue. Yeah, 16 minutes. There we go.
And you'll see them all come up when that happens. Like for armor rigging, you know, or energy grid rigging, hybrid turrets, missiles, you know, whatever. They're all categorized. And you can find those in the market under rigs or ship modifications.
Okay, so I should do... I got jury rigging. So, which one? So, I should get thermic. Should I get them all? All the compensation skills?
Yeah, definitely get them all. The reasoning behind this is that while these skills don't affect active hardening modules for armor, they do affect the passive ones, and those can be very useful. Like an adaptive, what is it, energized armor module is a passive armor hardener, and those skills will affect those. You'll find that you'll actually use that armor module on quite a lot of ships because it has lower fitting requirements, and it also doesn't use your power grid. It's always on.
Nice. Which one's that again? So which one was that again? I understand it, but I forgot which one it was referring to.
Like EM armor compensation, explosive armor compensation, kinetic, and thermal.
Let's get that one. Buy this one. So I'm just making sure I do one step at a time. Oh, I put the wrong one. Never mind. Explosive armor. Oops.
And the module that affects is called an energized adaptive nanomembrane. It primarily affects that module. You'll find you'll use that quite a lot if you have issues with being able to build a cap stable tank or a hardened, you know, or you know, like adding resists that require energy. You can use that energized adaptive module, but it won't have as much of a benefit for you if your compensation skills are low.
True. Actually, so those would be high up with jury rigging as well, wouldn't they?
That armor resistance phasing module is new too, and that one I haven't really played around with it a lot, but it's supposed to automatically shift the damage resistance to match the incoming damage type, right? Every cycle. There's a new module that they added for that, for the armor resistance phasing. It's supposed to be pretty good, but it is new. And apparently I heard that it may have a bug, but they may have fixed it. So, you know, definitely some unknowns about that, but it looks promising at the moment.
Sounds quite cool. So how much I've got 4 hours of time, so really I could hold on. How am I looking on time?
What else do you have? Go to electronics and engineering. Like, he'll try to look at the major categories. Given the race that you picked is pretty much identical to what I used when I started out.
Hi Chris.
I know these guys pretty well.
So really,
so electronics upgrades, that one you want. Electronics upgrades is an important one.
okay.
And can you move the skill sheet over to the other side? Like swap the whatchamacallit,
The market
in the skill sheet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you got your pictures there, so I can see there we go, and everybody else can see the skills.
Hold on, where did that go?
Right.
I lost my skills. There we go.
Oh, your character sheet, it merged in with the market. It's at the top on the tab now.
There we go. There we go.
It's weird the game does that if you overlap your tabs.
It's a nice feature if you get used to it, I guess. Just like how you would merge tabs on the Windows browser. Right, so there we go, that's out of the way.
So I can't see anything below radar sensor compensation. So I really don't know what's at the bottom there.
Oh, hold on.
As far as what relates to your skill sheet.
Let's take that there. There we go. Ah, it snaps in again. Stay there. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta keep them fairly well apart. There we go. Okay. So targeting, you want that one as well. That one's big if you don't have that already in electronics. And signature analysis. Targeting and signature analysis.
Targeting, okay.
Targeting lets you target more targets, and signature analysis will help you target those targets faster.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, let's inject those. Those are all injected.
And then I think after this, we'll probably just look at gunnery skills, and you should have a nice round set up for the next 24 hours worth of training.
Nice. Did you say anything in engineering first? Oh, shield management. But then again, that's going to take a while to level up. I could get shield operation though.
Well, depending what ship that you're using, at the moment, if you're using a Gallente hull or a Gallente ship, you really don't need shield anything.
At the moment, I've got a Navitas.
Yeah, you don't need any shield skills at the moment. You won't even use them.
Okay, fair dues.
If you had a Caldari ship, you would probably use shield skills, like really early. They're still really good to train because there's a lot of really strong ship setups that use shields.
Okay.
I've migrated quite a lot of the stuff that I use to shield ships now, and they do extremely well. They're quite a lot stronger, but it takes quite a long time to train to use a shield tanked ship efficiently, because the energy draw requirements for those ships is extremely high, or a lot higher than an armor tanked ship.
Yeah, I can see where you'd have to put the extra time into it. That's where time management, I guess, is key.
So gunnery and drones, I think, would probably be the next two targets for candidates for things you could train.
Okay.
And maybe navigation as a third choice.
Well, let's have a look at gunnery.
And then you should.
I've got medium hybrid turret, motion prediction, rapid firing, sharpshooter, small energy turret,
Yeah,
projectile.
pick up that medium hybrid turret book. That one you'll need. Also, small projectile turret. Grab that. And I'll even though it's not specific to the ship, having the ability to use projectile turrets will probably be good at some point in time. There's actually a lot of people that fly Gallente ships, and Gallente ships here for the viewers are meant to be used with hybrid turrets. Basically, hybrid turret is like that big gun that they fired in the Battleship movie. That's a hybrid turret. Or the Transformers movie. They fired that big gun and it blew up the pyramid.
Nice.
I forget what the classification they called that, but that's kind of what a hybrid turret is. Energy firing a gigantic bolt of plasma, or whatever the case is, and everything goes kaboom.
Just the way you want it to go.
Really long range, incredible destructive power, but they're also, in lore or by design, they have higher fitting requirements, and that's the ticket, right?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Projectile. Well, a projectile turret by name is pretty obvious. You're firing a gigantic rifle. It's like, battleship cannon.
So you want to make sure it's staying in place. You don't exactly want it flying around when you're shooting something.
Good old classic battleship cannon ain't quite as high tech. Don't have the same fitting requirements, but it still does some pretty destructive damage, fires faster, and when you use that on some ships in the Gallente class, you get higher DPS than what you would get with hybrid turrets, and you can fit more other stuff. So sometimes good to have those skills.
So we're good in...
rapid firing would probably be another good one too, so you get your DPS will increase quickly.
Okay.
You know, really grab all of those skills and train them. Like sharpshooter, rapid firing, motion prediction. Hitting moving targets in this game is difficult if you have low tracking speed skills. You know, but definitely rapid firing will fire faster. And if you can't train them all, train that one first.
Rapid
that will
firing.
compensate for your ability to fire a limp stick.
Well, what I'll do, I'll actually throw that in right now. Right, where am I? Skills.
You'll notice that even 2 levels in those, you'll start to hit things, you know, quite a lot more regularly and for more damage. You'll get less misses.
Well, let's put that up there.
I used to dislike using railguns when I first started out, because I found that with low skills, railguns are, or at least were for me at the time, and I think they've been revamped or rebalanced since. Hitting anything with a railgun was like trying to hit the side of a barn, you know.
Where are we?
It was quite difficult and frustrating.
Am I buying
Wasted
that
lots
one?
of ammo doing, you know, a whole lot of nothing.
You might as well just give the bullets away.
Exactly.
Inject skill, sharpshooter. And what about motion prediction? I'd presume that sounds important.
Yeah, that one will definitely do you a lot of favors. I'm not a mathematician. I sucked at math. I didn't finish college. But despite that, I guess we'll try and paint a picture of what motion prediction means to Eve. By its name itself, you know, people understand game mechanics, I guess, in a sense, and that probably will help my my hopefully short-winded explanation of this as well. If you have a stationary target and something is moving, you know, across the front of that target, like horizontally, like, you know, at a 90-degree angle, that's called angular velocity, right?
Yeah.
And that can be, you know, in any direction, really. And that's factored into all of your chance to hit ratios for hitting a target in Eve, as well as how fast that target is moving, right? Or
Yeah.
the velocity and angular velocity will affect your chance to hit, as well as your tracking speed. So if your guns can't keep up to that target, you're going to miss every time. Doesn't matter how high your skills are. If the target goes faster than your guns can track, then you will never hit that target.
No matter how good your gun is.
Or in another word, basically that's called speed tanking in Eve. And you can do that as well with lower skill ships. You don't have to have like the oh my god barbecue, you know, like gigantic tank and everything else to sustain damage from everything on the battlefield. If you can outrun it and still shoot at them, you got an advantage. So the combat in this game in itself really balances out against what would be considered traditional battle tactics by doing that. I've lost battleships to smaller ships just by, you know, engaging that ship and my battleship not being able to hit it. I couldn't do anything about it. The guy, you know, took 20 minutes to kill me, but he killed me all the same. And a valuable lesson for doing that.
that's where, like I say, that's where you're going to be balanced and you're going to be ahead of everyone else. Right, so what have we got? Jury rigging, energy systems.
Big ship in this game does not always mean big advantage, and there's some big ships in this game, and they can take a lot of time to build and a lot of effort, and some of them you'll never get yourself. Some people love playing games to collect things and have one for themselves, you know, like be hangar queens.
Me.
If you're a fortunate son of this game to ever be able to accomplish that. There's one guy that's currently trying and has been for 8 years to get every single item that's ever existed in EVE.
Oh god, that sounds like
I forget his name. Yeah, but he's got a website and he's a collector of all things that exist in EVE Online. He's got the biggest hanger collection in the entire game. Not even the devs have all of his toys.
What the hell?
Like some items that have only existed once, like single instance rare items like ships and modules, everything in the database. He's legitimately trying to collect it. People have donated to him, like ships that have only existed once.
That's crazy. So he's definitely had a lot of time on his hands to do it. That's dedication and a half.
People have a hobby and that's his.
Exactly. You must be super dedicated to go to that length. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because I spend all day doing what I do. My games and videos. So we've done Gunnery. Gunnery's quite good. We were going to move on. Did you say drones?
Yeah, drones. There we go. What do you got in drones?
Oh, did something else just open up?
The goal here is to try and to get you into, what's it called? I think it's called a Vexer cruiser.
Vexer? I can have a look.
Probably be a good goal. You know, considering your support skills. One of the things to keep in mind is that while you could buy a bigger, stronger ship, that bigger, stronger ship in this game will not do you any favors if you don't have the support skills to sustain or make that ship effective for your skill level. Like you could train for a battleship in maybe 4 days to a week, but even if you can, you know,
well, like they say, slow and steady wins the race. No one got anywhere by rushing themselves.
Even if you can get into, you know, like a Brutix battle cruiser or a Myrmidon, right? Well, if you've got none of those other support skills, it's not going to be able to do its job properly for you. You're just going to lose your investment in it.
Well, that's the thing at the moment. I'm actually working quite a lot over the Christmas period, so I'm just thinking about going the slow and steady route, sorry, and you know, build up the skills as I have to, and cause I'll be working 2 or 3 days at a time where I'm not going to have enough time to play EVE. So I think I'd rather like do it just, you know, try and be as balanced as I can for when January comes and the slowdown starts, and then I'll have more time to play the game, of course, and then by that point, hopefully, I'll have, you know, a decent enough balanced ship to start doing the more, you know, challenging things for what I can do, rather than being someone who's not prepared. I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and this game will definitely be forgiving for anybody that has a working schedule. It's definitely good for that. Like I take 6-month breaks on occasion from EVE, and you know, I don't lose anything for doing it.
Yeah.
But I pay for subs yearly, just because I like the discount. I won't pay more for a game than I can get. You know, more than I have to if I can get a discount. Is just not a good deal or not worth it in my eyes.
Yeah, I think if I could
pay $60 more when they're going to give you a $60 discount.
Precisely.
Lunacy.
Well, that was a good thing about this month. The only reason, the main reason I came back to EVE was Steam had a sale on for the game, and because I only had the trial account before, I just bought the key and applied it, and it only cost me like half of the subscription fee to play for a month. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah, well, if you need another game time card, talk to Buana. Talk to B George or Buana. He's got a code from an Eve game time card seller that's good for 60 days, and with his code it's 30% off. So it's like $25 for the code for 60 days of game time, and they give you a ship that's worth 300 million in the game for free along with it.
Nice. What does that equate to in pounds? Let me just. Who do I speak to exactly? If you've got his contact.
Buana. He's one of the Twitch TV admins.
I haven't really used Twitch for a while. Maybe.
He's got a channel in game too. It's Buana TV. I'm sure if you searched anywhere on the internet for Buana, you'd probably find him. The guy is famous for all of his exploits with Minecraft. He's pretty well known.
How do you spell his name?
B-W-A-N-A.
Here we go. Nice.
He's actually on all day today. I was mining with him this morning. Or I guess, well, yesterday morning now.
He's online now. Oh, he's not. He's offline. Oh, he's offline on the stream. See, that was almost my disappointment with Twitch. My channel was doing really well, and I thought I was working really hard at it, and I'd been streaming for a good 6 months or whatever. I hadn't grown really big, but I wanted to work towards partnership. In-game chat channel. Oh, nice. I'll have a look at that. But yeah, they couldn't help me out, like to try and develop the channel, like to become partners and stuff, so I could, you know, try and make something from it and develop and do this more full time. And of course, once my current network, Bashinima, helped me out with YouTube and stuff, it's, you know, I kind of moved away from Twitch because it was helping me get my goal easier, more than Twitch was. How do I get that group up? Oh, there we go.
So yeah, you can, when you're doing your training queue, one other thing that this game allows you to do is to add skills that exceed the length of your training queue. So let's say that you put, like you did, you're adding whatever amount of skills to your training queue. I think you can add it's something like 30 or 40 skills as a maximum amount. But even though those skills may be like 1 hour or 30 minutes a pop, or here you got this last one that's 10 hours, you could add another one in there and apply it, and that could be 60 days past the 24 hours. So you can always add an additional last skill that will be active for like 30 days a week, like 8 hours more than what you so you can plan your skill queues for when you think you're going to be available.
That's useful. But say, for example, say I put a skill in for 60 days, but 50 days into that time I want to play the game, but can I take it out of the queue so I can level up shorter time skills if I need to?
Yeah, absolutely. You can stop the skill that's training, and it will stay as a partially trained skill, so you don't waste that time that you invested in it.
That's good. That's good to hear. I had another upgrade do. Energy systems is done. So as long as you have at least 1 second free time, you can put anything in that last slot to take you over that time.
For example, that what is it? Small hybrid turret level 4. There is 20 hours. So if you added that, and let's say that something popped up tomorrow, it would keep training if you couldn't play. Right? You wouldn't run out of your skill queue.
So that's good.
energy systems operation level 4 would be a huge benefit if that actually made it to level 4 and you couldn't come back. Let's
Which
say
one, sorry? Energy systems
errands
operation.
or whatever the case may be to run. Yeah. You know, just examples though, of course, but certainly those would be a huge benefit. Right now on one of my guys, I've been training all level 5 skills, and he's been training that for over 40 days, like a number of them.
That's quite a lot.
And on occasion I've stopped it and I've had to remove the longer skill. You know, and I don't have to do that. I guess what I should have said is that I did do that, but I stopped it to add in skills that, you know, were, I felt were something that I wanted to have quicker than waiting 8 days. So I filled up the queue and I added that long one to the last skill in the list. So it increased that training time total by 2 days plus the long skill.
So at least you've got yourself set up.
Or maybe it was, yeah, like the armor or electronic skills or something. So this game's training system will.
It gives you something to think about rather than going click, 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 click. I guess.
Yeah, we'll always forgive for an unforgiving schedule or somebody that can only play part-time. Drones, scout drone operation. Grab that one, you'll need that.
Scout drone. I might as well get both of them. That's mine.
Really, you shouldn't need mining drones right away, but scout drone operation, if you don't have that one, and drones itself, I think it's for every level of base drone skill you can use an additional drone. So that one's definitely good to have. And
so I'll put that at the front.
There's also EveMon, which is an out-of-game program, and I recommend everybody to play Eve have that program. Probably quite a lot of Eve players use it. Runs in your system tray in Windows, and it allows you to plan your skill training out of the game.
Okay. And does it like tell you when you need to do it? Does it like send you reminders? Character manager.
Yeah, it has the ability to watch your training that you have set in the game while you're offline. It can also send you emails when the skill is completed, and if you get messages or sell stuff in the game, it will email you or notify you with just a little pop-up.
That's useful.
You can, yeah, it's kind of like the Eve offline utility of the game. It's community provided and developed, so it's not official, but definitely a lot of people would be very upset if this thing ever disappeared.
I can definitely imagine this. Well, it's good to see that, you know, I presume they don't endorse it, but they must support it enough to, you know, for it to still be running.
I'm pretty sure that, you know, any of the developers that actually play this game on their own time definitely use EveMon.
Oh, why did I do that for? I did it wrong. Allow users. So I'm just signing up for the site as you're talking about it. Register now.
Now they don't have an updated release for Retribution yet, but I would suspect that it's coming out in the next week or so. However, it still does work fine, regardless.
That's good. Okay, where do I go? Battleclinic.com. There we go. Let's download it. Install app. There we go. 9th of August was the last update.
Yeah, and you gotta, to use this, you have to create API keys in your account on Eve's account website. So it may be something you want to do later when you're not streaming.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if I at least install it, I know it's there. Eve 1 set up API. There we go. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm not ignoring you guys if you are messaging. There's just so much to learn. At the same time, I'm trying to concentrate at the same time as do it. Which is pretty interesting at 7:30 in the morning. No, 20 to 8 in the morning. So we've got Scout Drone. I could probably afford to do level up drones to level 2. That'll probably be worth doing, wouldn't it?
Another thing too, if you're going to go for a Vexor, it uses medium-sized guns. So that's... This skill plan will definitely get you a lot closer to that goal. But
nice.
Vexor is a drone ship, predominantly. But definitely having drone skills will be an advantage. You've got room there, you could probably squeeze in another hour and then add a long one. So go one level of each, I'd think. Probably like one more drones, and then add something else, I guess.
Oh, why not inject
like
it in this?
add a 10-hour skill, and you can just remove it later. I'm sure you'll probably be back on tomorrow, but who knows?
I should be. Adds at the end of queue. That's at the end of queue.
And you can view the description of what each skill's purpose is as well by using the right click and then go show info, and you can see them all as well in your skill sheet. It'll tell you exactly what they do or how they benefit your character.
Drone control.
And the ships you use.
Yeah, drone control range increased by 5,000 meters. Nice.
Yeah, what you need to get to, and you'll get that as you get closer. I think it's drone 3. It opens up some more drone skills. I think it's drone upgrades. Maybe I'll have to look on my skill.
Well, let's have a look. What I'll do, I'll take out energy management for the moment. That'll give me 10 hours of training to do, and I can probably make that the long one for now, because I'll be in tomorrow afternoon.
There's definitely no shortage of skills, you know. So if you don't get something right away, you're probably looking at 2 weeks before you're going to be really useful in this game. But in the meantime, you can do like small stuff, do your tutorials. The game helps you along the way to get started, and will give you ships, give you tasks to do with what you're able to use. But usually, like a week to 2 weeks, you'll start to notice that you're going to be really agile, able to take on some more challenging stuff, and you'll probably be done most of your tutorials. There's also the epic arc missions, and once you get into those, you really start to get into the game itself and taking on some of the game world and missioning. Doing the epic arc will definitely get your feet wet. That thing sends you everywhere in the game, except for low sec.
Doesn't the epic mission make you destroy a ship? I remember someone saying at one point that there's a mission that makes you die. Maybe I've already done that. I can't remember.
That's, I think, one of the tutorials, I think, does that. They give you a ship and they tell you to go to some station, and lots of people that do that actually mistakenly get, or are given in-game money, and they buy a really fancy ship for their skill level, like a frigate or something.
Oh.
And they use that instead of the one they're given, and turn out to, in that mission with that ship, and have it blown up, only to be mad and find out they weren't supposed to do that. But you don't read, well, that's the consequences, right? And Eve definitely teaches you that early. Take your time and
and enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy the game, but pay attention.
Well, let's look at this real quick. I can probably... I've got drones leveling up twice. I'll actually have drones finish up. Okay. Actually, no, I'll keep it in length order. As you probably noticed, I'm trying to keep it in length order. It's a lot the longer skills are at the bottom. So what I'll probably do... Where is it? Electronic upgrades, that's worth leveling up, isn't
Another
it?
thing you can do as well too is since you've just come back, it's probably been long enough since you played last that you could go back and redo all the tutorials because they reset after 3 months.
Oh. Yeah, it's been more than 3 months.
And you can get all of the rewards from them again.
Ooh.
And stream it.
I might do that tomorrow. Do the tutorial. So I've got little green cards and stuff, so I'll use those to make notes. Tutorial.
It's actually very easy to find. I think it's Selenium or something is the name of the starting system. You just go there and you look in the Agents tab, and there you go.
Agents. Where is that one? Training tutorial. Yeah, in your own time, #1 introduction. Hold on.
The Agents tab that's in the station heads up display thing over on the right.
Agents.
Or that tutorial thing there.
Well, I won't touch it for now, just to not mess with it. But what's the name of that system that you mentioned, just in case I have to actually go there? Selenia?
Here with Cali University. I'm not sure exactly where the starting system for them was. I think it's... I was there when you pulled out of your hangar and you were just a little noob. But I think I could remember which system it was in.
Okay, it's been so long. Oh, wait, Agents is there, that's right. Available to me, Aura is my agent.
You know what it was? It was Burns. The system that I think that you're in right now.
It could be, you know, I think it was.
Or hold on, look in your character sheet. Yeah, you started there. That's your home starting.
Oh, okay.
Is that station.
So Aura is the person who starts my tutorials?
Cal University or whatever it is. UC.
Yeah,
I started with Center for Advanced Studies, or CAS, which is in another system on the other side of the game universe, sort of a different area of Gallente space.
What was I going to do?
So technically you could start your tutorials again from that station. You just talk to that Aura that's in the agents list over on the right side,
and I'll reboot it.
That's what you would. That's what you would see if you just started the game. You'd log in. You'd start here, minus having like a 3 or 4 week head start on your skills, and probably a better ship than what you'd get when
Yeah, I just need to remember what ship to start with so I don't lose what I've got now. But I'm just trying to think. I want to try and bulk this training queue up a bit. So, because I've got quite a lot of skills that I take minutes to do. So I think I'd like to do a few of those just to bring them up to speed a bit. Like Gunnery's got a few. What else? Was there anything in mechanics I could do? I could do some of the compensation ones.
Yeah, those are going to be useful. Medium hybrid turret, definitely.
Medium hybrid.
Like all of those gunnery skills really add level 1 of all of them.
Didn't I put that?
At least.
Oh, sorry, yeah, character sheet, hold on. Gunnery, medium hybrid.
Level 1 of everything. If it hasn't been trained, train it to level 1 and then work from there. Fill in the blanks.
To end. Rapid firing is leveling. Sharpshooter. To end. Electronics. What's not training up in there? Electronics upgrades is useful.
Surgical strike and trajectory analysis definitely are useful as well. For gunnery skills.
Surgical strike.
To get an idea too, like this is really probably the more efficient way to do it, but you can look at the certificates as well to get an idea of what you should train for a certain ship. But that doesn't always work the best to get a base set of skills going really quickly, because it'll send you off on a tangent chasing like some gunnery skills for a certificate, but then you know that can take you like 3-4 days doing that, when this will take you a day and a half and you get, you know, a good rounded base of a bit of everything
by doing the certificates.
But these core skills are a really good indication of what you should have. But you know, don't take them as a literal, you know, absolute indication of what you should do. Just kind of take them at face value and use them as a bit of a guide.
Well, I'll read that again at some point. That's definitely interesting to look at because Zoom tutorial.
I'd show you my skill sheet here. I think I might have a.
Oh, there we go.
Might have a picture of it.
Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Hold on. I was gonna buy surgical strike and trajectory analysis. So we got those leveling up. How much have I got in the queue? Yeah, I've still got 6 hours of time. Electronics. So I'm seeing more skills that might sound interesting. Long range targeting. Would that be useful to get, I'm guessing?
Not absolutely necessary, but I'd call that secondary to the core set, right? Like to be able to target anything. I think long-range targeting basically it affects your fall off of your guns. What that means basically is the amount that they can hit past the optimal range. So it's useful, but you know, really.
It can
You're
wait.
going to be up front, you know, like fighting toe to toe with everything for probably the first little while. So that's something you probably want to train, but not immediately.
Okay, well, electronics is good for now. Mechanics.
It's a good skill, but it won't help you out early in the game.
Well, that's okay.
Like for me with my battleships, I can hit. With that skill, I can hit it 250 kilometers.
Here we go. That one sounds important straight away. Fuel conservation and warp drive operation.
Warp drive operation definitely. Fuel conservation not necessary. Fuel conservation is only used for afterburners. And that's really only if you have the afterburner skill.
Okay. Well, let's just quickly add that into the end of the queue. High speed maneuvering acceleration control.
Evasive maneuvering as well is a good one if that's there. But you may not have that yet.
I can get that one.
Oh, actually you do. That one will help you line up to warp quicker, or you know, helps the agility of your ship.
Why is that not injected? Oh, hold on. Evasive maneuver. Add to end. While I remember, let me just.
You notice your ship will turn faster with that one.
That's good. That's good to hear. Just the way I want it. 40 minutes. 32 minutes. 16. Still got plenty of time to level.
Oh yeah, don't forget about targeting. Targeting signature analysis up there too. Add those ones, you'll need those. This will be a lot of skill completed spam, but man, this is going to be well worth it to put a little bit in each one, even if it's just a little bit.
Well, within the next, well, there's loads of skills I'll be done soon. Targeting.
Since you're doing like just a little bit of each, go into social skills as well, and grab social skills.
Let me just add that one in real quick, and then we'll go to social. Come in.
And I'll just explain social skills quickly.
So social skills. I've only got one, so if I learn inject, I presume just to buy that, yeah.
Yeah, you can only buy one at the moment, but just for the sake of seeing what it does, unhide all of your skills and then expand the social skill tab. Like go to the settings up there.
You still got my earphone.
There you go, Rob. Sorry about this.
Okay. Thank you.
So show all skills, yep. Skills.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, there's loads of them. Well, not quite a lot, but there's quite a few.
Yeah, show all skills.
Just ignore the movement I'm doing, but I'm good.
Okay. So the one that you want is connections. Like
Connections, okay.
View the prerequisites for connections. That skill will help you get higher level mission agents quicker. Now you can't train that one yet because you don't have the prerequisite trained, which is social skills. I think you need like level 2 or 3 of social to train that one.
Level 3.
That connection skill is gold. It's absolute gold. If you get that to level 3, you'll literally save yourself days of grinding missions.
Nice.
By training that skill. Yeah. That gives you a free standings bonus for every level that you have with an agent, or with mission agents specifically.
Well, yeah, let's have a look. I've got, and let's just see. If I add that to the end of the queue.
Skill training completed.
Skill training completed. Okay. I'm going to save social for the last one because that's 8 hours.
Okay.
That'll be one of the long ones. And what else did you say were good? Connections will be good.
Spaceship command?
Let's have a look.
What do you have like
Let's have a look.
Gallente cruisers trained by chance?
Gallente cruiser, no. I've got frigate, Gallente frigate, destroyers I was levelling up by the looks of it. And spaceship command is level 4.
Yeah, you can hide your skills again there.
Yeah.
Make it easier to view.
It'll catch up for you.
Cruiser. Oh yeah, you can train that right away. So if you get those other skills caught up, your support skills, you can get right into a cruiser.
That's an expensive one. No. Hold on. Nah, it's not worth going all the way to the Dixie to save 75,000, is it?
Nah, not really. That's pocket change.
Right. How long is that going to take to level up?
Considering you got 50 million, you know, that's less than the tax.
Well, 60 technically. 56, sorry. I felt bad after I stopped playing for a while because I had all that money.
Oh, battlecruiser skill. Maybe not yet, but yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Well, how much is that anyway?
It's nice
900,000.
when you know you can see everything that you're eligible for, and there's just too much of it.
Well, I won't buy it just yet, just to stay safe, just so I don't get tempted to go, oh, let's build one real quick so I can go and kill stuff and get killed. Character sheet.
Yeah, might as well buy that while you're here. It's only 900,000.
True.
I know I've been on occasion off in the backside of nowhere, you know, and oh man, I forgot that skill book. I gotta buy one now, and it's like 4 times the price of where I was when I was supposed to get it.
True. Actually, how much would it cost? How long would that take to level up? Oh, I haven't injected
That
it yet.
skill's 30 minutes. I think that's a 30-minute one, but I could be wrong.
Close, 48 minutes. But I won't train it up just so I'm not tempted to, because I'm nowhere near ready battle cruisers yet. Sorry, I keep flicking between pages.
Yeah, so that pretty much covers the skill, all of the really useful skills early on. That's the majority of them all.
Nice.
Considering your skill level, like, you know, going from frigate to cruisers at the moment, those are really all the things that you would need. The faster you get to the level 3, the stronger you're going to be. Energy management skills at 4, hull upgrades at 4. Hull upgrades to 5 as soon as possible after you get your core skills in, and you can start using tier 2 tank modules.
Nice. So I've got 4 hours. What would you recommend that I
Where did
install?
you put jury rigging? Remember that jury rigging skill? Did that one finish?
That one was one of the first ones to finish, yeah.
Oh, go back and check your skill sheet again. Actually, apply your changes and check your skill sheet again.
That's
Suck to lose all of this stuff you added.
Oh, I've been applying it,
Mechanics, a
yeah.
whole bunch of new skills, I think.
I'll just reapply to make sure.
Like remove your filter, and then under mechanics,
No new ones yet.
maybe you need one more level in that, I think, and then you should get, or should be able to see what is it? Like armor rigging, energy management rigging, or something or other.
Possibly.
Yeah, like armor rigging, astronautics rigging is a really important one. Drones rigging, like rigging skills. They're all the categorized ones.
Well, we've got 1 minute 45 seconds.
I'll just check mine and see what it is that they need for a prerequisite. Jury rigging to level 3 for those rigging skills.
That's okay. Well, I've got 1.5,
Oh,
2.5 hours.
I forgot to mention one other one here. We're so focused on ships and stuff. There's a skill, it's called Infomorph Psychology. Fancy name. And that's in science.
Yeah, I can do that one.
All of these skills, and what's the grand purpose behind them? The backstory behind Eve is that your character is, I guess, an electromagnetic consciousness that lives in Neo's pod from the Matrix, and you can never die in this game. You know, well, you know, literally, yeah, you can die. Your ship can get blown up, but your character never dies. And the reasoning behind that is that, you know, in such a hyper capitalistic environment, or you know, this game, they have really advanced technology, like some funny stuff, like they've got from the Aliens with what is it, Will Smith, you know,
Independence Day
stuff.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, like Independence Day. They'll kind of like how the mothership beams, you know, the energy down to the little ship. Well, the same thing applies to this game in a sense as well, with your character's abilities and consciousness and everything. You know, when your character gets killed and your pod goes kasplat like a fly on the wall, you know, you, like Battlestar Galactica, your head and all your memories and everything goes into another one, right? So they also have the technology to use augments for your, you know, your body, which is kind of like a genetically engineered copy of yourself, of your physical body. It's really weird how they thought this up. The guys at CCP must have been smoking some real funny grass to think this stuff.
They must have been. It's like it's so it is so deep. It's crazy deep.
It is, of course.
I can't keep up myself.
your training queue, really, in everything that you learn, you know, is affected by modifiers, like I mentioned earlier. And each skill has a modifier that affects the training time, but your attributes in your core skills, or your core character attributes, will ultimately affect how long it takes to train skills. And Infomorph Psychology is a very important skill as a result of that, because if you train Infomorph Psychology, you can use implants that affect your attributes.
Nice. Well, that's actually leveling up. I've got that leveling up straight away to level 1.
If you get that to level 2, you can buy implants for your clones, or well, immediately you won't have more than one clone, but there's ways to get more clones using Infomorph Psychology. And also a skill called cybernetics. Pardon me, cybernetics is the one that allows you to use the implants. Infomorph Psychology will allow you to get additional clones.
I actually have cybernetics at level 2 already.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't even.
So if you have that, you can probably buy yourself some cheap implants, and that could substantially reduce your time. Like let's say that right now, if you didn't have any attribute implants in your clone, then
What's
if
happening?
you added them, you could see, like right now, for example, if your training time is, I don't know, 20, 23 hours, it might go down to like 18, 19 hours.
That's quite a
You could
big
save
jump.
yourself like an hour. Yeah, and you know, that might not seem like much, but that 1 hour every day over the course of a month, you know, that really adds up.
Well, 1 week you've gained a
And
third of a day.
over the course of a year. Yeah.
Well, where do I see where my implants
Levels
are?
of attribute implants. In your character sheet tab, there's a tab that's named augmentations.
Okay, I'm on that page at the moment. And that's what I've got up. Can you see it?
Yep, so it looks like you have 2 of them, but you're missing some. And they're only limited ones. So if you click on the info button for each one of those, or one of them, it should show you which attributes those are
Perception and charisma.
affecting and how much of each. So
Yeah.
those are just +1 implants. Okay? But
Okay.
there's 5 attributes. Like if you go to your attributes tab, you can see the attributes.
Okay, yeah. I'll see. You've got this one. Actually, be right back 2 seconds. I'm going to get myself a drink, so I'm getting a bit sleepy. Just be a second.
Okay.
Okay, screen. Oh, darn long window. That screen is intended. Oh god. 1 second, I've just completely wrecked my room. Oh. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back.
Oh, ain't no problem. Sounded like you fell over there for a sec or something. Tripping on.
You know, it's
I heard
like
this, oh! And then a thud.
that was mid
And
play,
then
Nick,
broken
about.
glass or something. So yeah,
I kind of left the plate right next to me and I dropped it.
it
Yeah.
sounded like we're gonna have like a live stream 911 moment there for about
Wow,
10
wow,
seconds.
wow, wow. Yeah. It's been one of those nights. I might as well be with all the caffeine I've been drinking. So, do you think I should get some more implants?
Well, you definitely, yeah, you could definitely get the other 3. The question remains though is that which ones can you use? Because right now you've only got +1s, and those are the lowest benefit implants that you're currently using. If you can use +2 implants and afford them and get a full set, then that's, you know, a little bonus.
But
But it remains to be seen whether you can do that. And let's see, I'll paste the implants that you would ideally want in the chat in game, and we'll see if you can use them. I just gotta find them.
take your time.
I think my game client's bugged out.
Oh, not good. So, implants, I'm presuming,
my
are where the
sheet's
real
not
money comes
closing.
into it, right?
Gonna restart Eve here. Okay, anyways, maybe here I'll tell you where to look. If you go in the market and you're looking for implants, and there's 5 slots initially. Implants and boosters underneath drones in the category list.
Yeah, I've got it open. and then attribute enhancers.
That's correct. And that covers implant slots 1 through 5. There's a total of 10 slots, but slots 6 through 10 are for skill hardwiring.
Okay. Armory, gunnery, navigation, and
Start
shield.
with slot 1.
Slot 1.
Ocular filter basic is the one that you're probably looking for. Now, look at the info on it and see what it requires, like prerequisites, and what boost it gives to attributes. I think that's a +2 one.
+3 to perception.
So those are +3.
And I can get that one.
But what's the prerequisite on it though?
Cybernetics 1, science 3, which I've got, but it is pricey.
Okay. So what's the cheapest one for that?
Would
You
they
open
all...
up a tab. How much do you need?
Well, I have got like 54 million, so I can afford it. But I don't like spending money. It's terrible. It's a bad habit of mine. In real life, I spend money like it's going out of fashion, but in games, I'm always very cautious about spending.
It's Christmas, man. You know, and 50 million for me right now is pocket change.
Definitely. The cheapest one is 8.5. Show
okay.
info.
So what you're looking for is 5 basic implants. Ocular filter, and then in slot 1 there'll be like another one, something basic as well. All the way from slots 1 through 5. You want those same implants, but you know, they'll be named slightly different, but they'll all be basic and with +3.
Oh, how do I know that I can put 5 implants in?
Modifiers.
Is it because I can see slot 1 and slot 5? Does that tell me that I've got 5 slots that I can use, or is that something that you always can have 5 slots, or do you have to unlock them? I guess
Well, you will always have 10 available attribute slots or implant slots to use. They're not displayed in your character sheet though, right? You'll always have them there, but you're currently only using 2 of them.
Okay. So I need to get that one from Didixie. Ocular filter. Is it basic or standard? I should get. Oh, standard and more expensive. That's standard. Give +4 to perception, but that's double the price. So really, for me, it's better just getting the basic ones for now, I presume. Because
I think you probably get them all at Dudixie. Yeah, the basic ones are going to be affordable at the moment. Standard ones are +4s, but I don't think you can use those yet. If you can, well, that would be fantastic. But for a full set of standard ones, it's going to cost you about 100 million. Probably more than that.
well, I could always. I mean, I've got 54 mil right now. Would it be worth buying 1 standard and 3 basic? Or like, you know, 1 standard for the slot 1, or just go basic all the way?
Try to keep the same attributes across all of them. Like if you've got +1s right now, you're just going to destroy them and replace them with newer ones with higher attribute bonuses.
True.
But like the standard ones, I think you need cybernetics level 4 to use those as well.
Ah, okay.
Which you may or may not have, but you have to check. So you may be stuck with the basic ones regardless. Just check the prerequisites tab on the item.
Ocular filter standard. Yeah, cybernetics level 4. So sorry, I was talking. Someone messaged me. So hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Ocular filter basic.
So go with the Yeah, go with the basic ones right now. They're +3s, which will be a noticeable reduction in the amount of time to train whatever you need immediately.
Alright, I'll go over to the Dixie right now then.
I think your wallet's flashing.
How did I know you were going to do that? All I can say is thanks. And how long is that going to take you to make back in? Did you say a couple of hours?
I made that this morning mining.
Oh my god. That's insane. You know, if you want to give me the 400 million, I can get a free game.
Probably about 4 hours to make that.
Ouch.
Doing mining this morning.
I was going to say 400 more mil, I can get a Plex. That's crazy.
Actually, about 5 now. They're really gone up in price, which is surprising. Like to sell a Plex right now, if you could, you'd get 570 million. It's just ridiculous. It's the most I've ever seen them.
I don't think I'd want to spend 17, whatever it is to buy. How much is it? That's a good question. How much is it to buy a Plex these days? If I wanted to make some quick money.
$15 to buy one Plex, and if you sell it at Cheetah, you'll get 570 million.
That's crazy. Yeah, £17. So you can see why people will. You can see where the big money is, can't you?
Yeah, where do you think I got that from? Actually, I dropped a little bit on a Plex pack myself. I bought 6 of them earlier. My funds were running a little low.
Ouch! But you'll make it back in no time by the sound of it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I bought 6 Plex and I sold them in Jita, and rolled out of Jita with a brand new Rogue battleship and about 3 billion in ISK.
God damn it! So really, that was it Malachite?
I went there in a shuttle and I left as a. Went there in a shuttle and I left as a pimp.
So that battleship that got killed earlier, that's what, 40 Plex? Still quite a bit of money there to lose.
Oh, the one that we were pasting each other there. Yeah, I don't know what some people's kids think when they build stuff like that, but you know, that was a mackerel or something, I think it's called.
Yeah, mackerel.
You know, people play this game and they think that they're going to be able to get like end game gear for their ships, right? And you're going to be sadly disappointed when that happens.
I'm Gallente, by the way. Resident Evil, welcome, mate. Yeah, I think because that's the thing. Once you get the end game stuff, you become a bigger target, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's probably the most action I've had all night in the game, considering.
Very rare spawns in this game, like officers and stuff, and those modules are very hard to come by. The most expensive ship in the game was pretty much equivalent to what that one battleship cost. Like a Titan capital ship costs about 20 billion. Maybe a little bit more than that.
That's a heck of a lot. I just got a certificate, by the way.
I've seen some of them that have been killed or there's battle like kill reports for Titans that are like around like 50, 70, 80 million, or no, make that billion, pardon me, like 80 billion, because it got killed with all of this stuff in it as well. But 25 billion, some guy lost his battleship, 25 billion-esque last week. Set a new record.
That's a hell of a lot. But how long would it take someone who's... How long would it take them to get that money back? Because to be rolling around with a 25 billion-esque ship, just to have, you know, risk losing it, it must be worth at least 10 times that.
I tell you, that person's not sitting in high sec running level 4 missions like I do. They're probably out in the more, you know, rough and lawless parts of the game, and doing things that nobody really sees, more difficult, complex missions and things like that, and like ratting, you know, all of the end game high difficulty things. So how long would it take them to get that back? I've never done that myself, but I know that a level 5 mission pays as much as a Plex. Some of them do, to complete it.
Cool.
So you can do those a couple times a day, and that's like, you know, well, 400 or 500 million for finishing one mission. Now, if you're doing null-sec complexes, which are the ones that guy had probably been running to pay for that ship, you got a chance to get really rare and expensive modules. There, this guy got killed by 4 people with a 1.1 billion bounty on them. That's pretty...
That's intense.
Yeah, good fight though. Yeah, if you get officer drops, you could be looking at, like, for selling that, if you do, like 200 million to 3 billion for one, you know, module. So
God.
You know, you get a couple of those a week, yeah, you can probably earn that back pretty quickly. 25 billion selling those modules, that's maybe a month's worth of gameplay. Maybe less than that, who knows.
If you know what you're doing, you're good. Impact slot 1. What are all these different ones I'm seeing now? Like low grade Jackal Alpha?
Oh, those are Tech 2 implants. They're really not that much better than the ones that you're looking for. They may be a little bit more expensive, but generally those are used for augmenting your attribute enhancers. Like let's say a Jackal implant will add a speed boost to your ship when they get a full set of them or something. Yeah, don't go in wormholes. Don't go in a wormhole until you're... I've been in a wormhole on the live server, I think, once, and I went in there in a covert op ship.
Nice.
With a cloaking device that, you know, like nobody could see me unless I got too close to them. Now, I went through that wormhole and my heart was just racing, man. It was a fun experience. You know, and you press jump and you get no idea what's on the other side. And lo and behold, on the other side, sitting there, is... Oh my god, it was a Widow.
Is that like the toughest ship out there?
That thing could have raped me and sold me out for parts.
Oh my god.
A Widow is a Caldari Black Ops battleship. It is extremely fierce and vicious. I looked at the guy's character sheet that was flying that, and he couldn't see me either. But I'm pretty sure that he was trying to find me, because when you go through a wormhole, it's like sitting on the other end of a Stargate, and somebody jumps through. You see the Stargate like flash or pulse, and you know, when it flashes or pulses and there's nothing there that's obviously targetable, well, you're being watched by somebody that's trying to play sneaky Pete on you. Well, this guy's character sheet had everything elite, like he had level 5s up the wazoo. You could have blown me up and wouldn't even, you know, broken a sweat.
Just blink of an eyelid.
Don't go in a wormhole in like your average ship, because if that guy's sitting on the other end of it, you're gonna get blown to pieces.
Forget that.
The people that run wormholes guard wormholes.
Oh dear, so this is the stuff that dropped, I guess. Ah. Some crazy stuff that this is.
Oh yeah, that's pretty standard fare for basic Amar ship. Like laser beam crystals and stuff. That's crystals or ammo for Amar. It changes your damage type and the range.
Oh, okay.
It's like changing ammo in your guns.
Good
So
skirmish.
multi-frequency is like a really high damage short range. Think of it like a prism. You put light through a prism, it affects the spectrum of the light that comes out the other end.
Spreads it around. Sounds quite good.
Or focuses it into certain specific frequency. Or multi-frequency does everything.
Oh, where's this implant that I was looking for? Low grade. It's not there now. The basic.
It's there. Ocular filter basic. It's about halfway down the list.
There we go. It's on my eye. I'm just wondering. I'm so my eyes are just basically. Well, you can probably tell by how I'm skipping what I'm saying. I'm just half asleep at the same time. I want to try and learn this stuff. It's crazy. I haven't been this tired in ages. So 8.8 hold on, 8.9 million. So I'll buy one of those.
Skill training completed.
What drives operation done?
My second ult, when I started that guy, I started him right off on day 1 with level 5 implants, and it made a fantastic difference. He almost caught up to my main guy by the time I got him level 5 implants. Like, literally closed the gap. He's 6 months behind him, and now he's only about 5 to 7 million skill points behind.
That's dedication.
It cost me a little bit of bank to get those implants right away, but it was worth it. Oh, excuse me.
It's okay. So, memory augmentation basic is the same level of implant, right?
That would be correct. And the same goes for the other ones. Same naming convention, different name. Like I guess it's
boost basic.
Whatever the name of the attribute is the implant that you're looking for. Like memory, charisma, intelligence, right?
Cybernetic suppressor basic. Yep, that's that one. Oh, that's expensive. It's $1 million more than the other place. Okay, well I'm going to save $1 million. Let's have a look at 5. Then again, I'll buy them both from here because I can get a social adaptation chip 1.6 million cheaper here than somewhere else, and then pay the extra for that, so that'll balance out. That's okay. Buy that, and then just pay the extra. But then that's just silly. I might as well just jump over to the other place Where was it again? Go over to Oife and save $1 million. So do I just right click and plug them all in, right?
Well, you'll have to do something a little different considering you already have 2 implants.
Okay.
You'll have to remove those ones before you can add the new implants.
Well, let me just put them.
And to add and remove implants, you have to stop your training queue.
If I stop it, it won't lose them. The order, will it? Or just stop it. Will I have to
Yeah, it's just like pressing pause on a videotape.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah, you just go to your training queue in your skill sheet, and then open your training queue and click pause.
Okay, that's done. Okay, I'm paused.
Okay, now go back to your skill sheet and go to augmentations.
Okay. What's the skill sheet itself?
That's correct. Your stream's a little behind our chat, so I'm waiting for it to catch up.
No worries.
Just to see where you're at. Okay, so now you want to right click on either of those listed augmentation or implants in the augmentations tab and unplug them, which will actually destroy them. So remember that if you unplug an implant, it's gone, it's destroyed. If you ever unplug an implant from any of your clones, it's destroyed as well. So you have to buy a replacement or replace it with something else.
So ultimately, once you plug them in, that's it. You'll never get them back again.
They're not modular. Yeah, once you use them, they're used.
And then I can
can't take them out, sell them.
Cool. And then I can right
like
click.
Plugging in a.
Just plugging in a battery. Once you take the battery out, it's no good afterwards, so you got to throw it away.
Yeah, there we go. Good analogy.
We're getting
right,
there.
now you should be able to right click all of those and then
plug them in.
Let them and plug them into your head.
Okay. There we go. And I just need to go over to. I'll put the training queue back on. I think it saved me some time.
Now you got the one more implant that you need.
Yeah, I just need to go over to, where was it again? Oh, Ofi.
Slot 4 is the one. The other thing that you can do too is check your actual attributes. See what the numbers are, like how they were allotted. And adjust those accordingly to try and give yourself a better training speed.
What, neural remap you mean?
Well, yeah, perhaps a remap, but if you didn't actually pick your attributes or really knew what you were doing at the time, you could be training your skills a lot slower than what you're aware of.
Okay.
So you got like 2 bonus remaps available. Now I've got +5 implants, right? But
okay.
now what I do for my attributes is I put maximum amount of bonus into perception and the secondary maximum amount into willpower, and then all the rest are just base. And that's really helpful early on.
So should I do a remap now then?
Perception and willpower are used by quite a lot of items that you'll need. Like ships, guns, upgrades. Like if you're going to do combat or use mining barges and you know you want to get into higher tier stuff faster. You'll sacrifice a little bit in like some of the social skill areas. Like you won't train as fast, but you definitely make up for that, and you can remap at a later date. It's up to you if you want to, but I would probably recommend it.
Okay, so just do remap. Okay, and then, like I say, perception and willpower.
But actually, before you remap, you probably want to get that other implant though, just so you have the extra points to distribute.
True. Alright, let's head over. Undocking confirmed.
Because you don't have that fourth implant yet, which is the willpower one, I think, which is be one of the important ones.
Is that the destination I'm going to?
Alfie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was what it was.
FAV. He's taking me to a cargo container. Strange.
Yeah, don't open that cargo container, man. That's death waiting to happen, that is.
What is it?
What you probably want to do too is like your overview on the right side of your screen, make it longer so you can see what your targets are.
Ah, there we go. Jump. This music I found is actually quite appropriate for the game, especially right now.
And then also like there's that big rectangular box on the right side of your screen is really your navigation for getting around in the game.
Which box? The actual overview thing?
The overview thing, you select something and then select the item, the box that's on top of that is where you actually utilize that quite a lot of the time. The majority of the navigation in this game is done with mouse clicks. Like selecting or clicking on something and then using the selected object options. You can right click quite a lot, but it can get really overbearing. Like if you click on Val in the list, the jump gate, you'll see how it highlights all these other little option buttons. There's one there for jump, align, you know, those ones are quite good to use.
But once you get used to good memory mapping, and you can remember the shortcuts like keep at range is E and orbit is W and stuff. Click the big I.
Yeah, I don't really use any of the keybinds myself, but I'm a clicker, so
yeah.
Maybe it works. Maybe that's what works for me. I don't know.
Autopilot can be slow though.
One or two keybinds that I have, which is like to stop.
Well, that's a question I've got for you. Do you use autopilot much? Because I know in certain circumstances it's probably quicker just to manually click jump.
I rarely use autopilot.
I think it's not worth using because
since they changed the way that the warp gates work, you used to be able to jump to 0, but it would not automatically warp your ship. Now it will automatically warp your ship when you jump to 0, or like let's say you line up to a gate and you click jump. Before you wouldn't automatically jump through the gate. So
see, that's why I would just do jump without doing it manually. At least
it's an old habit that I would never use autopilot, because a lot of the time what would happen is if you jump to 0, your ship would actually bounce off the gate and you'd end up like 12 kilometers away from the gate.
Come on, jump.
If you're using autopilot, you're actually an easier target.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because you're relying on the game to do all the maneuvers for you, and that 2 or 3 seconds might be enough to catch up a kilometre or 2. I would have thought.
Well, you always drop at least 10 kilometers away from a gate when you use autopilot, and that 12 kilometers is ample time for anybody to shoot you into pieces, even if you got a really big freighter. Even with more so with a freighter, because it's slower.
Oh, well, I'm off to bed soon. I think next half an hour or so. Training queue's doing quite well though. How much is your bounty, sniper? Right. Put that in my inventory. Oops, forgot to do my training queue. Well, it's not. That's a big bounty. $19.55. Yeah, so I've just gained 51 minutes to putting that implant in. So I have gained an hour already.
Now I'll do your remap and see what it's like. You probably gained quite a bit from the remap.
And then put. So what did you say to do? Put. Oh, the perception and the willpower.
Into perception as much as you can. Like everything into perception, just fill it.
Oh, what point should I sacrifice? Intelligence? Because I'm going to have to remove some points from certain things.
Yeah, and that's fine. Intelligence, you won't notice quite as much by losing a little bit in intelligence, but like remove them all, really. Like go back down to nothing. A balanced training queue really is going to take you twice as long, over a year.
Okay.
I used to do that myself, and I found that it was really slow, because you're compensating with charisma and memory, right? Those are probably for the average pilot the 2 least desirables.
Intelligence and memory.
Combination of attributes is memory and charisma.
So which one should I remove then? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I keep up. Because I could
put as much as you can into perception, like completely max it out,
and take away.
Put all the rest into willpower. Take away everything and put it all into perception, and then you'll still have some left over. So perception primarily, willpower secondary, and anything else that's left, put it where you want.
Have a look at that.
Other than charisma and memory.
Let me when you catch us up. Let me know what you think. Has it caught up?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have. Like on mine, it's 22, 32, 22, 26, and 22. But that's with plus 5s, right?
Yeah, so you've got extra leeway.
So yours is 20, 30, 20, 24, and 20, which is not that much less than what I have. And I've got this map on all 3 of my guys. It's been fantastic. I actually got this off of Eveboard. Some of the guys that have like the most skill points in the game use this as well for training their characters. It's strange that they do that, but it's apparently a really good one.
So basically, this changes to a one-time deal for 12 months.
Yeah, but you'll get more bonus remaps quite a lot. Like it might seem like you have only 2 to use, but you know, you do this for a year and you're going to be so far ahead it won't be funny.
Nice.
Like by the time the year is over, you'll probably have 2 more remaps given to you for nothing.
That actually made it slower. It went from 19 hours 4 minutes to 19 hours 29 minutes. So it actually added time onto it doing that.
You're also doing a lot of skills from the other ones too. But
oh, so each attribute affects training for certain types of skills.
yeah, like let's say like electronics upgrades. Right click on the skill and go show info, and it shows you the attributes that complement the skill, and those attributes affect the time it takes to train a level of each skill.
Ah.
Right? There's quite a majority of them that rely on perception or willpower, along with another one of the other 2 skills, or 3. Right? Like you could have a willpower and a memory skill, and you know, as long as one of those skills is stronger, like that one's intelligence and memory, right?
Yeah, I've just
your
skipped through.
secondary skill is stronger, but it will train faster because one of those skills is high.
Okay, so yeah, in theory, it'll help out. It'll help out the important ones. That's cool.
You know, yeah. Like perception is going to be in quite a lot of the skills as a very important one, and it's one of the primary skills that affects all of the skills or all of the traits and skill training. So that while it may have added like a couple minutes overall in the grand scheme of things, I set up 1,000 or 1,200 day skill training plan in Evemon, and it shaved off 800 days.
Bloody hell, that's a hell of a lot. That's...
Yeah, it was something like no, 500 days. Went from 1,200 to about 700 and something.
That's a heck of a lot still.
With plus 5 implants. So
that's still a big jump.
It's a long-term sacrifice for a lot of gain, really, with planning your skill training. Over the course of a year, I got probably about 4 to 5. No, probably like 4 to 10 million more skill points over a year by using this.
Mining is intelligence, main memory. Okay. So I think the one thing I haven't done is much for mining skills, because I'm leveling up everything else, but I haven't done mining. Industry. Let's have a look. Drug manufacturing.
Oh yeah, you can make drugs, but you got to be out in nullsec to do that though.
Forget that ever now. I could do mining upgrades and refining.
That drug manufacturing book's really expensive actually. I don't even use it. Or well, I think I bought it once just because I wanted to fill that spot on my main guy, but I haven't even bought it for my alts. I've never even used it in the game.
So these are going to take a while to learn because they are the... I haven't got attributes to help those out.
They'll take a little bit longer, but in the grand scheme of things, you won't notice. You'll make up the compensation for, you know, I guess a good way to put it is a memory perception, or pardon me, perception willpower will help you with your core skills, will help you with support skills, be able to use, you know, ships, and early on those things are really important. They will definitely
I'm with you exactly.
You know, allow you to use the game, as opposed to, let's say, like intelligence or charisma, right, which are more like trade, like sitting in the station and just doing like money laundering, or you know, like training like a corporation management character that really doesn't do anything out in the game itself. So that's more what those attributes are intended for. Like doing a trade character or a research character, you would use like intelligence and memory more. Like science.
Right, then let's get... I'm going to try and finish this skill queue off now. And get some sleep I've got. How long have I got?
You know, like I still train like science, but I don't remap on my guys. Because...
well, like I say,
for everything else that I train that doesn't use those primarily, the high perception makes up for it. Because perception's, you know, a really, really strong skill in all of them.
allows basic. Oh, I can do negotiation now.
That one will
It'll help the pay a
you
bit.
get more money from your mission agents. Negotiation,
I'll buy it.
which can be useful.
How much is it? So I'm not in the right place. I gotta go back to. Then again. What's the least amount of jumps? There's none in the station. Is it worth getting it for now, or should I just do other stuff at the moment? I mean, it's money, so it would be useful.
Oh yeah, well if you're going to do missions, wouldn't you like 5 times more pay?
Definitely. Let's go over.
I usually buy skill books from Bal as well, which is a good station. Either Bal or Burns.
Okay.
Either of those two, I usually buy my skill books there. Because some people will actually buy out like full stacks of skill books and relist them for like 500 disc more each. So you never know. But it doesn't seem that Burns is affected by that quite as often, if at all.
And it's not exactly a quick set. It's not a quick way of making money, really, because I don't know. I seem like it might give you a steady income of, like, say, a couple of thousand disc a day extra, I suppose. But I can't see it making a lot of money doing that.
There's like when you get high up in the trade skills in this game, you can list like thousands of market orders. So people really do play this game for spreadsheets, or at least have a couple alts of
Make the game live up to its name.
Alt is like a they definitely metagame this. Some people do it just for the mathematical challenge. But then again, you know, I don't know how to use an abacus either. But hey, to each their own.
Oh, you never know. One of them people who do the spreadsheet game might have everything. Might have every ship in the game that are easily a top 10 and stuff. They just haven't told anyone about it.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, getting late here. Looks like it's getting early for you.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Holy man, yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of me.
Tell me about it. 20% above. Whatever. I've still got 5.5 hours. I don't really need to set it for 24 hours. I can wake up and do the rest. Oh, I haven't done any of these, have I yet? Let's add us at the end. All these compensations.
So many choices.
Well, I'll level them all to level 1.
I know that some people that I've seen do this, you know, they're like, hey man, come on, like throw me a lifesaver here.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, actually training this used to be a lot more daunting, and the prerequisites used to be quite a lot more fierce. A lot of those skills you were training, you used to have to train them to level 5 to meet the prerequisites for the next higher skill.
Forget that, that's
like
too much
weapon
trouble.
upgrades or something like that. I don't remember exactly what they were. But fortunately, CCP has forgiven their past transgressions and kind of moved on with the game and made it a little bit easier and more inviting for new players.
Well, they'll need to if they want people to keep playing it. You know, it's all good sticking to a plan, to a design, but sometimes you got to try and get new blood in. If you're not bringing enough new blood in, then you're not, I guess you're just risking the game to fall apart. But you know, these armor resistance phasing stuff like that, those are for modules, aren't they? Or does that passively help you?
Oh yeah. That phasing one is only for one specific module that you may rarely ever use.
What about stuff like EM armor compensation? Are those like those affect modules that I'll use? Oh, active hardness.
That affects an important module that you will likely use. And I guess read the notes on the compensation ones. But that phasing one, there's a module and one module that affects, and it's really new.
Oh no, where am I? What was the one I was looking at? I forgot. What's it called? Oh god, I haven't done that one either. Trajectory and analysis. Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it. Rapid firing, is that levelling up? Yep, that's levelling up. Medium hybrid turret, yep. Trajectory analysis, yep. Weapon upgrades.
That's the module that armor phasing skill affects, is that reactive armor hardener.
Have I got that one? I don't think I have I? Not yet.
supposedly is a passive armor module though. So like passive armor hardeners usually have lower resist than active ones. And early on you probably use the active ones. You need really high skills for passive ones to be extremely effective, I guess would be a good word for it.
Hold on, electronics upgrades. I'm just trying to beef this up a little bit more now. I've got an hour and a quarter left.
Yeah, you're probably getting close to the limited amount of skills you can add. I don't know how many it is, but you got quite a few of them there. It'll tell you when you run out of room though.
Let's have a look. What else is short? Yeah, I'm going to do signature analysis as well again. That's actually a lucky get. Hey, well.
Skill training completed.
What have I got left? Another 39 minutes. Right, whatever I add now.
Yeah.
Is going to be a long one.
Had a long one.
Oh, now I could do thermic. Do I want anything for navigation? Warp drive operation, that'd be useful. Yep, 6 minutes. Now, what one should I have for the long one? Think about it.
That's pretty much what my training queue looked like on my ult. My MR ult when I did him and my other ult.
Bulk it up as much as you could.
Those ones in early, man. Yeah.
So, actually, for the sake of argument, let's apply that.
Yeah, and then you can actually add one more.
Yeah, I'm just thinking which one to go for.
Might as well make it one that's worthwhile though.
Jury rigging's level 1. That's got 7 hours.
Jury rigging 3 would be good.
Well,
you need jury rigging 3 for your rigs. That'll actually be able to use what is it?
Hold on, should I use jury rigging or?
To be able to use capacitor control circuit rigs is a huge advantage. The majority of your ship's recharge is done through those. Like to augment your capacitor with rigs for doing missions is so important. It's not funny.
There we go. We're set now for 1 day and 7 hours. What I'll probably do. Or should I just always keep that at the end? Or say if I wake up, would it be worth putting that towards the top?
Well, your longest skill has to be the last one.
You always have to do it, even if you want to get. Oh yeah, because you could. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, well, if you've got like short time left, like this, like here you got, or had like 5 minutes left. Adding a 7 hour skill is just a good way to finish it up and make sure that you're gonna have yourself a little bit of a buffer in case something pops up and you can't make it back. You don't miss any time. It's gonna keep doing something useful for you, and that's why they call it EVE Offline.
Yeah, keep yourself organised. See, I'll be up in about 8 hours, so I'll have plenty of time for
that 8 hours. You'll be halfway through that list, and
crazy, isn't it?
You know, well, you may not start that rigging skill right away, but it'll be there. You don't have to worry about it. You know, this training queue never used to be in the game when I started. You actually used to have to wake up at 3 in the morning to set your skills,
Oh
I used
god.
to, I like so bad. The insomnia was so bad for the first month. It wasn't even funny.
It reminds me of a game called
Literally
Planetarium.
listening for the the skills to finish. For Evemon to say skill training completed. You know, like 3 or 4 in the morning or whenever it was actually going to finish.
Oh god.
If you were training a skill that took 18 hours and you missed it, you know, you missed like the next 6 hours if you were sleeping, or whatever the case may be, depending when it finished, right? So the chance of losing that time was always there, and it was quite a large disappointment to do that.
That's horrible. It reminds me of Planetarium, a text-based space game where you would have to be like, if you have ships set to go out or being built or whatever, or you have to mine asteroids for resources, you'd have to get up to make sure that when they get back you can send it back out again. There was no automatic process. Those were fun days. Right, so I'm good now for at least 7 hours.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're properly set up now.
For the most part.
I successfully pimped your ride.
All the way to the bank. Well, thanks for the money and the support. I mean, I appreciate it because you must be exhausted.
No, not really. I'll sleep good. But now, yeah, time for me to get up and stretch before I fall asleep in my chair.
Oh, and me.
I'll be back in a couple minutes. If you're gone, we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the insider tutorial. All 1 viewers of it, whoever it was that was watching, I think.
I think it might be
But
bugged
you know,
a bit.
hey, it's a weekday, and you know, hey, that happens.
It's all good. I'm going to do a screenshot, but yeah, it was.
Gonna stream at this time and gonna stream at this hour on a weekday. Probably not gonna get a lot of viewers, but nevertheless, hopefully it was entertaining.
It was enjoyable, and thanks for your company. I'll be on tomorrow at some point anyway. But I've made a screenshot of that page, and I'll try and remember the order for these. But I can always watch this back.
Okay, cheers, mate.
Take it easy.
Talk to you later.
Thanks again. See you later. Okay, I'm not sure who else is watching, but thank you guys for watching tonight. Whoever's still there, unless it's bugged. So take care, guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you again either online, and take it easy.